All right, what's up everybody? It's the next day out here in the Montana garage. So 5th of July, which is Monday. So we skipped out of work today because the wife's home from work and kind of a holiday-ish. So we decided to stay home, and the theory was we wanted to get some work done on the square body. And I'm gonna try to finish the gas tank fix on the 57. And of course the theory would be we're gonna pull this out, probably put that in so we can sand on that and make all the dust out here. But of course, wouldn't you know, it never rains in July around here. And it's not raining right now, maybe sprinkling just a little bit. Yep, just barely sprinkling. But definitely chances of rain. So probably not gonna be able to do the body work outside today. So we'll do what we can in here. I just hate making a whole bunch of dust. I'll cover some stuff up and we'll figure out a plan, or we'll do some other little things. We need to pull this cowl off here and maybe this little piece off the front, and we can just do some little stuff. And I still want to get the tank figured out on this thing, so I'll probably just I'll just do that in the rain. And I thought about it a lot last night, and I think I'm gonna just drop the tank out of the 57. We had the same issues in Trey's truck when we first got it going. It had been sitting for, I don't know, probably 8 to 10 years, had bad gas in it. I don't think his tanks had drains. We had to suck it all out, and then we just tried to put gas in it and shake the truck and, you know, suck more out, because it definitely had some crap in it. And we did that several times, then got it running, and he still kept we had the little plastic, even 2 or 3 of the little plastic fuel filters on there. But I don't know what those things really do, because there was all kinds of crap still getting the carburetor of that thing. So we ended up having to eventually just drop the tanks and do what we should have done in the first place. So I think I've decided that instead of going that route and messing with it forever, I'm just gonna, it's not gonna be that hard to get the tank out of there. I'll drop it out. That way I can, you know, get a look in there. You know, I'm assuming I'll have to take there'll be like a little sending unit area. I'll take that off. And then of course there's the fuel spout. So between those two things, I should be able to get a look in there. And I think what we did on Trey's truck, we put some sort of acid in it because there was rust in there, and you know, we acid and shook it around and let it sit for a while, and then just pressure wash it out, let it dry, and I haven't had any problems since. So probably gonna do something similar on the 57. So like I said, it's sprinkling a little bit, but obviously I'll be mostly under the car. I hate working in the gravel. Maybe I'll push it over on the pad over there. Either that, or I'll just put my little piece of carpet under there. We'll figure something out. Trey's gonna be out here in a second. I'll get him started doing something on the square body, and then we'll get busy on this. Looks like Moose is trying to find a way inside the 57 Chevy here. He doesn't know the windows are all up. He likes going inside and exploring, you know, getting cat hair everywhere. What you doing, Moose? You see if you can get in on that side? It's not gonna work out for you. Down he goes. We're working outside the car today. All right, we tried to pull Trey's truck out, or we pulled Trey's truck out and started sanding, and of course it started raining as soon as we did that. Just kind of sprinkling, but just enough to get everything wet. So he went back in the shop. I came over here so at least I can be off the gravel. I'll be under the car mostly, so a little bit of rain ain't gonna bother me as long as it doesn't start pouring. And like I said, we are going to try to drop this tank. So everything's got undercoating on it, but I gotta take a couple bolts out here. And then these straps come down, and that's all it is to it, other than figuring out, you know, what to disconnect or how much room I got with the lines back here. So I'm gonna grab some tools and see if I can finally get to work. Been doing too much other stuff all morning. All right, so here's my little light I keep talking about. There's one bad thing about it. They're handy and they're magnetic and they're cool, but I have a hard time keeping track of it because I stick it on stuff and then I forget it. So like I was using this last night and it spent the night up there. That's fine because I found it, but there's several times I've had to go looking for my light, looking stuck on the frame somewhere or whatever. So make sure you put your light away when you're done, people. All right, so we also have to figure out how to deal with the filler neck and vent hose here. Obviously there's some sort of clamp here. I think that's just supposed to clamp it to the car somewhere, maybe? I don't know, it's not clamped to the car. Maybe it comes apart right there. I'll take that apart and see. Otherwise, somewhere up there it just should pull loose. That's how it was on my 55. Yeah, so I'll have to do some investigating here. There's, looks like a little hose section up here. If nothing else, I don't know if that's hose or not. It's super hard. Looks like rubber hose connecting these two pieces, so I can take it apart there and then pull it out hopefully. And maybe that'll give me access to wherever this little vent tube is, and we'll see what we can figure out there. So I got this one clamp loose, and then I think it just press fits in the tank. So I'm hoping between being able to pull it out there, being able to pull it out here, once I start dropping the tank down, that'll give me a little room to wiggle that out. The only thing that's still connected is this vent tube. It's just kind of through this weird strap. And it looks like it just has like a pincher hose clamp thing up here, so maybe I can get that off. I'm gonna leave it like that and try to drop it down a little bit and see maybe I can get it off up here too. I don't know. Well, apparently those don't just come right off of there. There's that screwdriver ahead. Leverage on that one. Go. Undercoating just falling off this thing everywhere. I don't know when it was undercoated. Maybe it's been on there a long time, but if you don't, that's what happens if you spray stuff without prepping it first. It just doesn't stick. Feels like that's moving there at the filler neck. So that's definitely coming out, but maybe this vent tube is holding me up. I can't quite. And it's got a little pinch clamp up there too. I might be able to get some pliers on it. Probably easier to get the other one. Let's go get some pliers. All right, where's my light? I can pinch it, I just can't get it over the little hump. I'll get it. There we go. I don't know if I'll ever pull it off of there in 100 billion years. It's coming a little bit. Alright, so vent tube is loose from the other tube. And going through this little strap. Now hopefully I can wiggle the main filler tube out. Alright, down she comes. Now we got the lines in the front to deal with. Oh yeah, I wouldn't say it's real pretty in there. Definitely glad I'm dropping it. Hopefully we can get her cleaned out. Alright, so here's the sending unit slash fuel line area. That's not it. There it is. Find a good spot to. So right here is the gas gauge wire. Looks like it's got a little nut on it. Figure that out. Here's the original fuel line coming in, and then this is a return for the EFI system that Dan put in here. So we'll get all these loose, and then I should be able to take this little sending unit area out. Hopefully I can tell if there's anything wrong with that, because the gas gauge isn't working. It just goes to full. I don't know if that's the gauge or if it's something in here. So anyways, hopefully we can get this loose and we'll get this out of here, and we can take this little area, this little round area will come out, and then I can get more access to look inside and then decide if it can be cleaned up or we need to axe it and get a new one or whatever. I think we can clean it. We're gonna try to clean it. All right, there we have it. Part one of this little job is done. We got the tank out. I think I'll take it over to the front of the shop. Stick a sock in there or something in the fill neck and then blow it off. And then try to get a better peek at the inside and clean the, let's see, we'll take the sending unit, we'll get all this cleaned off. And then we'll see if we can get these, looks like 5 maybe Phillips head screws, and pull that sending unit out of there, then we can get a better look inside. Alright, so I got this cleaned off a little bit, took the bolts out, pulling this sending unit thing out of here, trying to. I mean, it went in that hole, I assume, so it should come out of the hole. You'd think. So that's, you know, nice and clean, or not. Let's see if we can see in there a little better. Light in that hole. It's definitely rusty in there. Got one more treasure in here if I can get it out. It's not really a treasure. Light again. Too much. Trying to get it more in the center. Jackpot. Maybe if I can get it through the hole, though, is a good question. So this is, I assume, like the filter that's supposed to be on the end of, that's yours? The pickup tube. So that goes on there somehow, which you guys can't see because I'm holding it like that. But it looks to me like it's perhaps been sitting in the bottom of the tank for a while. And just got all that crud on it. Alright, so we got the stuff out of it and decided that it is kind of nasty in there, but we think we can clean it. So I'm going to spend a few minutes scraping what I can reach in there and kind of cleaning the outside, and then we'll hose it off and then we'll go fill it up with some sort of muriatic acid or something. Let it sit for a while and then wash it out and put it back together.